And if you get everybody into that mindset, boom, results will just fall from the sky and people will love it, and they'll start setting stretch goals for themselves. But when you look at the statistics for project success rate, it's around 30%. 70% of projects fail. So following the standard approach is going to lead to the standard result, which is failure. So by taking on complex projects, I was able to, and being the only person that was keen to do it, it allowed me to challenge the approach and look to do things differently. I think the problem for me was that I was working really, really hard on projects that kept failing, and I thought, I don't want to do this anymore. I want a shot at succeeding. And so I was quite happy to just stand up and say, excuse me, this ain't going to work. In my experience and in the research I did, things fail for 4 reasons. One, a lack of focus. And focus is about what is our goal, what's our objective, do we have clarity about what we're trying to achieve? Secondly, it's about accountability, which is about the who. Do we know who's involved? Have we communicated to them that are involved and what we expect of them? And have we given them the tools to be successful? And then it's about simplicity, which is about the how. Do we know how we're going to get from where we are to where we need to be? And then the last was about transparency, and transparency is about 2 things: truth and knowledge. It's about the knowledge of what's involved and giving my teams the freedom to be successful. I was all about, if I set people up to be successful, in my experience, 99.9% will take it. I found my superpower is keeping things simple. Sometimes it seems a little bit too simple, but it's the way to go. So we have to be careful about simplicity. Don't oversimplify to the point of complexity. Simplicity is a circle. It's not a line with complex at one end and simple at the other. It's a circle. And the simpler you make it, the nearer to complex you get. And if you just go a little bit too far, you've made it crazy complex. And if you improve simplicity and transparency, that helps drive efficiency. And if you can drive effectiveness and efficiency, you will knock the ball out of the park nearly every single time. And one of the things I emphasize with accountability is it's giving people accountability for outcomes. So I don't want you to just follow the purchasing process and buy the hardware. I want you to buy it for when we need it. And I'm a huge fan. I believe that success starts with recognition. And people ask me, we should recognize success. And I said, well, I think you should recognize effort. And they say, no way, that's completely wrong. And then I asked the question, when your child took its first 3 steps and plonked onto its bottom, what did you do? We applauded. Okay, had your child broke the 100-meter world record? Had they completed a marathon? No, they'd taken the first baby steps. And I want to encourage them to keep going, because I know that's the path to running and to walking and running. If I can explain it to people so they can understand, and if they believe in the plan, that's going to give them confidence to start and get it done. Research by IBM on projects that fail, 75% of the time, people knew day one the project had no chance. Now, that's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't think it's going to work, as soon as you start to see it fail, you're going to go, I told you so. If you believe it's going to work and you start to see it fail, you're going to step forward and say, what's going wrong? What do we need to do to fix it? If we can give our teams the belief that it's going to work and they buy into the plan, when it starts to fail, they'll be fixing it. If not, there'll be an I told you so moment.